everyone wants to be a streamer. I mean, why not? You know, it's not like anything else is gonna fulfill you in this world. Do something that serves you. Do something you want to do. Like, don't let anyone tell you that, hey, what you want to do is something everyone wants to do, so you shouldn't do it. No, everyone has a job. I bet you watching this have a job as well. So do what you want to do. Let's get about the video. Talk to me.
Here at Atlanta Streaming University, and it's already about to get shut down.
I drove 10 hours by myself, no break, no service, and then I just get a thing saying it's canceled.
They say, hey, trust your gut, stay home. I wasted $700 in a trip for that not even happen tomorrow.
I just drove
700 bands. I mean bones. 700 bones, bro. Yikers. Yikes.
Hours to Atlanta from Texas just for Kai to cancel this.
Do not go to in-person Streamer U auditions if you do not have the time, the resources, or especially the funds.
I quit my full-time nursing job to apply to Streamer University.
Why do people have it in their head, bro, that you need to quit your job to do content? You don't, okay? In fact, it's better if you do both. At least when you're starting out, it's way better if you do both because, hey, you're not making money from this yet. You don't need to quit. Oh my God. This is just, man, you should change the title, Omizi, from everyone wants to be a streamer to people don't know how to be a creator. Because holy shit.
Well, Atlanta, it was nice while it lasted. Standing on everything. Everybody don't push through the line.
Holy shit, that looks like a nightmare, bro.
In 2026, it seems like everywhere you turn, everywhere you go, and everywhere you look, everybody wants to become a streamer. Some of these people aren't just gamers or content creators who want to get into the field after doing their niche or style of content for a while. Some of these people are going to the lengths of quitting their job or dropping out of school and starting to stream and have never done it before. Streaming
you never want to do that.
This look obvious because
you never want to do that. You know, that's the equivalent of picking up a guitar and quitting your fucking job. Because you think you're going to make money from playing the guitar even though you have no idea how to play the guitar. It makes no sense at all. It's just not clocking to me.
it looked less like a school audition and more like a talent show. People weren't just applying for advice, they were applying for a chance to be seen. And hell, when I went down to the Atlanta Streaming University auditions, it became abundantly clear that that was the case. So when I factor in things like economic climate or the access that being a celebrity gets you, the bigger question is not why does everyone want fame? I mean, I think that's obvious. The real question is why does everyone want to stream specifically? Because while I do believe that streaming can open up so many doors for so many people, I think that a lot of people are biting off way more than they can chew. If you're new to this and you haven't
that shit's not easy. It's easier than getting a 9-to-5. Trust me about that. It's definitely not as hard as a quote unquote real job, even though I think anything can be a job if you get paid for it, to be honest. But let's just go with the term real job for this video. Real job would be you got to punch the clock, you know, clock in, talk to people, deal with people, what have you. Streaming is not easy by any means. Being a successful one is actually... Becoming a successful streamer is harder than a job. I'm going to be honest. It is. Becoming a successful one. Streaming itself, in and of itself, just booting up the stream, no, that's not hard at all. But becoming a successful one, like breaking into that 1%, good luck, buddy.
Ready, please.
Definitely possible, but good luck.
Hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Once I get to a certain threshold, I'm gonna start streaming. Hell, if everybody doing it, I can too. And this community should be there to support me, I think. Now, back into the video.
Kyle, he looks at me, he's like, bro, we just paid this streamer, not an A tier, not a B tier, like a C tier streamer, 70 racks. And I was like, oh, that must be like a crazy partnership over the next like 3 months. Like, that's gonna be sick. Good for the company, good exposure. No, he said no, bro. He stopped me right there. He's like, Les, it's not over the span of 3 months. It's not over the span of 2 months. It's a 30-second bit in their live stream.
Curious as business, it's like, what does one have to do to accumulate $300,000 in 1 month of content?
I mean, it's based off of your live concurrent viewers.
Okay.
It's based off
Can you
of
explain that?
Like how many people watching you at once.
Okay.
I always tell people, they be like, how many viewers I gotta have to make this much? If you can average 2,000 to 3,000 people every time you stream, you can make 6 figures a month.
Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in this video, and
I think, yes, it's monetized. Yes, you can make money from it, just like YouTube, just like streaming, right? I think people are too focused on the money aspect of it, and that's where dreams go to die, I think. Because when you get obsessed with the money and you stop doing it because of you just like to do it, this is something you've always wanted to do. Now that you're making money from it, it's just even better. When you stop doing it for that reason and you do it purely for the money, you're just showing up for explicitly the money, I think that's when all the joy gets siphoned out of it. You know what I mean? I think we're focused on the wrong part of the craft here.
Think that it does us any good if anybody plays oblivious as to why people want to jump into streaming. Of course, there are a bunch of numerous different reasons, but at the top of the funnel, the finances are first. In 2026, there are a plethora of ways for somebody who is pursuing content to be monetized. We're talking about subs, donations, sponsors, uploads, clips, merch, brand deals, live events, ad revenue. And this is so much different than the days of content past where people were just doing donations to you. Now the whole creator economy is insanely huge. And that's just the on-camera presence. Now, what makes streaming so enticing is that from the outside looking in, it looks like these people are getting rich by hanging with their friends, playing games, reacting to videos, and honestly just being themselves. This is why streaming over other forms of content creation is so popular with so many people. It doesn't look like labor. It doesn't look like these cookie cutter algorithmic videos that I even put together, but it just looks like your lifestyle. You're doing your own thing and you're getting paid for it. People are saying Kai, they're saying...
First off, you never want to do what he just did and put down your content. Never do that. Especially if you want to be successful. I get he's doing it as a joke, but you never generally want to do that at all, ever. Secondly, PB&J cameo. That's secondly. Thirdly, or third of all, it's not easy. There's a lot more that goes into it than people think. Especially when you start to get successful, doing your own taxes, managing all that shit. You're getting hundreds of DMs a day. You're getting just basically cyber stalked. It's a whole thing. It has its whole other problems and boons, pretty big boons, but a lot of problems as well. Nothing is without downsides, it seems.
Aiden, Speed, Jinxie, Blackboy Max, Phantom, Duke, Sketch, whoever, and it feels like they're looking at the new version of a rapper or an athlete.
Yo, we in a day and age where being a streamer is way cooler than being a rapper right now. Being a rapper, like, since forever, like, since the 80s, that was, like, the coolest job you could have. It was, like, top tier, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you're mad popular, you know what I mean? All the women want you if you're a guy, and vice versa if you're a woman. But now, being a streamer, like, it probably changed within the last 2 years. Like, being a streamer, that's the coolest job. Like, because they really just film of them just being, like, just in the house. Like, they don't even be doing shit. Like, so, like, yeah. Salute to them niggas.
The dream is not just, I can make money online. The dream is more so, hey, I can make money by being myself, which is totally new, which is totally invigorating and totally enticing to a lot of people. But there's this dangerous illusion that is presented.
The thing that comes with that is if you're not someone that someone would want to watch, right? If you're not someone, especially with streaming, because with streaming, there is no edits. All you have is a soundboard like that. There is no editing that can carry you if you're not charismatic enough. That's the rough part. If you are just not someone that is enjoyable to watch, you don't got to be funny. You don't got to be hyper animated. You just have to be someone who is enjoyable. What is that? I don't know. I can't tell you. There's an audience out there for everyone though, but it'll take you a while to find that audience depending on what your personality is. And that's the thing.
When people perceive streaming in this fashion, they're only looking at the top 1% of it all. They don't see the people that are streaming 8 hours a day to 20 viewers. They don't see the consistency, the pressure, the failed streams, the bad numbers, and the years. And I do mean years of building for a lot of these content creators.
I'm streaming for one viewer. What am I doing for my life? I am 24 years old, who's been streaming for 7 years, brother, and I'm literally streaming to one viewer. Like, what the fuck? What did I do wrong in life? I'm just really just trying to figure.
The thing is, and you know me, you know I gotta get metaphysical. You know I gotta get into the interwebs of this shit. When you're focused on your one viewer and you're not, like, you're focused on the viewers that aren't there is what I'm trying to say. And you're not focused on that one guy that's sitting there watching you. You're not grateful for what you have right now. So you're not gonna get more because you only get more of what you have, and what you have you typically are grateful for. So when you focus on something, you're saying that is you, because your fear is faith in reverse. You're focused in fear of not having more viewers. You're focused on not having more viewers. So no more viewers you will have. Unfortunately, that's how shit works all the time. You can see it everywhere. That's just one metaphysical principle that you can see illustrated every fucking where. You will not see it not demonstrated. Whatever niggas focus on, that's what they get more of. Whether that be focus on it through resistance, because that's a form of focus, because what you resist persists. Fear, or just like, you know, hyper analyzing it. It's in their headspace. It's always in their mind. So that's just one thing I want to say about this guy saying, like, bro, you are focused on the wrong shit.
Figure that out, dude. Like, chat, I've tried to be positive. I have every positive bone in my body, and I'm trying to be positive.
You don't try.
But overall, streaming looks like the only job where someone can get rich without ever looking like they clocked in. The dream is not just the money. The dream is to be yourself, and, you know, the dollars ultimately follow. People aren't chasing streaming because it looks easy. They're chasing it because the success looks effortless. But money alone doesn't explain the streamer phenomenon. TikTok and YouTube can also make people rich. So why are so many people jumping straight to streaming?
Like, what's the difference between a celebrity and a streamer that has over 100K views, right? I'm pretty sure the streamer is gonna get more recognized than the celebrity.
Y'all can disagree with me, but streamers are the most famous people on earth right now.
I'd agree with that.
Most famous, like, everybody knows what a streamer is.
Especially if you talk about iShowSpeed.
Want to live the life like a streamer more than an actor, more than an actress, more than a rapper. It's streaming now. That's like people are really getting popping off of that. Streamers are like they like the Jay-Z's now. And this doesn't take away from actually success and being, you know, an actor or being in the basketball player, whatever like that. But I'll say between being in sports and a streamer, those are the two highest paid occupations right now. Basketball players and streamers. But streamers right now are considered the GOATs, like the Carson Nets, the Tylils and all them, the Duke Dennises. They're the ones, they're the most famous.
You see, TikTok and YouTube feel like posting to this algorithm. You upload, you wait, you refresh, you wait, you refresh, you wait, you refresh. 30 minutes later, you finally find out how your video is performing.
No, you'd never want to do that. Terrible advice. You never want to refresh your shit over and over again. You post. This is how I do it. I post on this channel and my second channel. I have, this is actually the second channel. This is the reaction channel. The first channel is I'm Spaidz. You can go check that out. It's on my channel page. That's more, I do more Ameezy type videos on that channel. But we have a lot of fun over there. If you like what I do here, you like the yap, you like reaction, you'll like that too. It's just a bit more high effort. On this channel, and look at my highlighter shirt when I say this. Look me in my highlighted fitted eyes. You never want to refresh your shit over and over again. You're psychoanalyzing and you're speed running you never being put on. Because when you, like I said, fear is faith in reverse. You're scared of that number staying a 0. You desperately want that number to not be a 0 because what you chase escapes. So when you refresh and refresh and refresh, it's never going to get more than probably a few views. And then you still won't be happy. You know what I mean? It's something you just got to do because you like doing it, right? That's why I do content. I like doing it. This is what feeds my soul, and I go to work to feed my pockets until the crafts can feed both. You know what I mean? That's what I do. And I've never felt better ever since I shifted my mental around and found metaphysics and all that. But that's another topic, another story for another day, maybe even another channel. Let me know if you would want to see that. But never, ever focus on your analytics. Don't do that. And unless you are hyper successful and you're trying to optimize shit, sure. If you just look at your analytics to take note and go, okay, that's interesting. That's to be taking a note of. Sure. But if you're just checking multiple times a day to see if your video has any views yet, brother, been there, done that. Don't want to do that. Shit's ass.
Even here on this channel, I have some comments, I may interact with some people from time to time, but ultimately there is this gap that is still there in a couple different areas. Streaming, however, feels like you are walking into a room, and that room is filled with validation, attention, fame, and notoriety that no one could ever imagine. Even if only a few people are watching, the streamer gets live reactions, live jokes, live criticisms, live donation, and most importantly, live validation. This makes a stream and a streamer feel more personal than what it already is. You're not just making content, but you're hosting an environment that is ultimately going to prop you up to levels of validation that you could have never imagined. And this is why a lot of people are skipping straight to streaming. Not just, hey, I want to go start doing content and then move over that direction. No, people are stopping what they're doing in their 9-to-5s and just jumping straight into streaming. This is where a lot of people miss a step. While I was at the Streaming University auditions in Atlanta,
See, you have to think of it like this. Has anyone, legit anyone, and get closer when I say this, and stare at my highlighter shirt when I say this. Has anyone ever been uber successful at something that they have tried for the first time? Unless they are a prodigy. If that is the case, you can do it as well. Yes. Will that happen? That depends entirely on you. That's the beautiful part of it. The not so beautiful part is that chances are that's not going to happen. Unfortunately. And the reason why is because if you thought it was a good idea to not at least research and try to find out what your exact theme is going to be, what your exact swag, your feng shui, your steege, you weren't going to try to figure out any of that shit. You're just going to kind of jump into it after quitting your fucking job that was paying the bills. Chances are you're not going to be as big as you want.
The people that
wrong screen.
I saw people doing anything for validation or a reaction or some sort of comment or maybe even a slight donation from a chat. And we can talk about the content of people's streams in a different video, but these people are treating this as the final product, and that's where I think that they're missing. The smart streamers aren't treating it as such. They are treating it as the raw footage. The real strategy is go live for a couple hours, create as many moments as possible, and turn the best into different clips.
I have a live channel where all my streams goes to YouTube, so it's double the money. Say I'm live streaming with you right now, right? Yeah. It's a that I never met in my life that lives in Canada. I was gonna clip it. That clips it. How you get money from that? YouTube. Okay. So he uploaded for me. YouTube. He uploaded for me, and then I have a situation with him where he gets paid, I get paid, boom, boom, boom.
That's smart. Those clips then travel the world via reaction channels, commentary channels, reposting pages, etc., etc. Yep. That's where the real validation, conversation, fame, and notoriety come from. Few people even watch actual streams, but I know everybody consumes some sort of clip. This is why streaming can make you feel more famous, even if the numbers don't reflect. See, the algorithm can ignore you, but when chat talks back to you and gives you that thing that you can circulate to these different audiences on these different platforms, you can feel bigger than what you even are. And that feeling is exactly why Streaming University is so
You can do that even without streaming. It's just way, way harder. The reason why it's harder is because when you do that, you need to apply this to every aspect of your life. Because your life is not compartmentalized, as I keep saying over and over again. You're going to get some metaphysical wisdom sprinkled in these videos on this channel. When you are like, you want to feel bigger than what you are, embody that version of you that already has what you want. No one knows you better than yourself, so think, if I was successful, a successful content creator, what would I do? What would my content look like? What would I be doing? How would I feel? That's the most important question. Because if you can determine how you feel, the rest will come. Because you embody that feeling and you carry it through the day. And that is how you feel bigger than what you actually are externally. But on the flip side, that is way harder than starting up a stream and some random bloke coming into your chat and calling you an ugly duckling. And then you have an inside joke and an outside joke because you clip it and you circulate it. You know what I mean?
Popular. People craving for that attention, that fame, and that notoriety that they've been longing for and yearning for in life. He's not just a school. Streaming University is a stage for those to rise to the top.
Yo, decent Nat, what's up, man?
What is that?
It's a monkey. That's my baby.
Sit down.
All right. I'm sitting down. How you doing, Costa?
Wait, is it friendly?
It's friendly.
Is it bite?
Only if you make him bite. It's a marmoset monkey. Kiko, go say hi every single day like my baby. Go say hi. Yeah.
That's actually cool that you have that. That's
yeah.
really cool.
How you doing, Mr. Snap? I'm here from the Amos Department of Corrections. Could you kindly stand up for me? I'm in trouble. We're here to issue you a few citations. We actually tracked you down all the way in New York, and you escaped to California. No. Is that right or wrong? No. You escaped to California, and we're
here. There's two ways I feel about Streaming University. It's really cool. The theme of it, of what Kai Cenat is trying to do, is really cool. Objectively, in my opinion, because it's really cool as someone who was already on, giving other people a chance to live their best life, shoot their shot, and do their shit. I think that's cool as fuck, to be quite honest with you. The execution leaves a lot to be desired, to be quite honest. It's a bit mumbo jumbo-ish, you know what I mean? But I like where his head's at.
Here in ATL to track you down to issue you a few citations. What would I do? Now you have two choices. Either, can you please stand up? I'm an officer of the law. That's a little disrespectful, if you don't mind. So you have two options. We're gonna offer you two deals. You have a plea deal, and this is like your call. What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? I need you to hire me as the hall monitor for Streaming University. As you can see, I'm very competent at my job, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So that's one way to go, or you'll be apprehended at the scene as we speak. Okay, I can't accept now. Okay, well, we're gonna stay in touch. Well, we could work something out. Okay. Definitely, we'll definitely just get some information going. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is good.
Streaming University is the new age American Idol. People came far and wide in order to showcase their talents, their creativity, and why they belong in the rooms with some of the biggest creators on the planet. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the in-person interviews I saw were hilarious. Of course, we had characters that we had known for a long time before in the Reggies, in the Rakais, the Rays, the Suburb Babies, the Ben Dons, all these different people. But it did showcase and highlight some people that I had never seen before. That guy, and I'm pretty sure he's a big streamer, who did the hall monitor skit. I thought that was one of the most innovative and creative things. Kai played along with it very well. I laughed my ass off. Now, while a lot of people understood the assignment and realized that Streamer University and even just the auditions was an opportunity to be creative, get their content off, and they understood that the real prize was an opportunity to get more views with this trending topic, a lot of people had a different prize in mind. You see, their prize wasn't the views, it wasn't the opportunity to collaborate and network with a bunch of people. Their prize was the opportunity and chance to get to Kai Cenat. And when that didn't happen, let's just say it didn't go so well.
Oh, my cousin, Kai Cenat, you weird as fuck. Oh, my cousin, you're weird.
I didn't get to go to Streaming University auditions. Oh God, here we go.
That's fucked up. Why the fuck would you have the audition without me? Why?
Man, even though I've been camping for 4 days since Thursday in LA for Streaming University auditions, waited in line since 6 a.m., was hella committed, staying here, still got denied from the staff. They didn't even get to get interviewed by Kai Cenat.
I was an ugly cry. I'm so bad. I'm coming up here because as bad as I want this, bro, like as bad as I want to go to Streaming University, I feel like awareness needs to be spread because, bro, I'm just so angry because I was so close.
Here's the thing. Why do people think this is their only fucking chance? It's not. I think people just want a straight ticket to go boom. But the thing is, if you can't maintain that, you're just going to fall off anyway. You know what I mean? So, and then you're going to live a worse life because people are going to be like, oh, it's that used to be over there. Right? And if chances are, if you want this shit so badly and you want this shit like so badly that it ruins your day that you didn't get interviewed, and you want it so badly that you would rather have it instantly than to, you know, build it up over time, or not, just embody the frequency and have it come to you, chances are you're not someone who gives a shit about what I'm saying when it comes to the whole frequency thing. But this is not your only chance. You can still go home and make that fucking content and make that shit pop. I don't know why people think their life is over.
The line. So I was out there meeting people, making connections. I was grateful for that. But it was starting to get closer to time. First of all, people were passing out. My thing is, it was time, like time was getting closer to going inside. Some people were able to go inside earlier before even Kai got there. And then like the drone would come out, people were pushing and shoving. Like I'm so angry because I was so fucking close. The whole event is just like the whole in-person application is just mad kind of serious. And I say that to say because you got people who really want it. The people that really want it, you got people, a whole bunch of people playing because they want the opportunity to meet Kai and to get a viral moment or whatever, which I'm not knocking anybody for their reasons.
Well, is that the same thing you're doing in a vacuum, though? Like, you're supposed to be funny and get a viral moment so you can get accepted in the Streaming University, or am I missing something here? Isn't that what, like, everyone is doing when they go there? They're not just going there, Kai Cenat, sir. Here's my, what is it called again? Application. Haven't had to fill out one of those in a while. Here's my application. Here's my resume. All right, get back to me, and then walk away. I don't think that's what people are doing.
But it's just like, sad, like, now I'm home. I done wasted this call out of work, got a flight to go back home. Like, bro, I'm just so bad.
When I was at the Streaming University auditions in Atlanta, I saw content creators who had been creating for years, and I mean verifiable years, coming from Wyoming, Philadelphia, Florida, St. Louis, everywhere far and in between for the opportunity to network, create, and potentially meet Kai Cenat. I did some interviews and ultimately I lost the audio for him. I know I'm punching and kicking myself as well about the entire experience and situation. And ultimately a lot of people, hell, pretty much everybody that I interviewed said that if they didn't make it in to see Kai Cenat that day, that it would not make or break them when it comes to content creation and the streaming journey that they are going on. And that was a breath of fresh air because the things that I consumed on the internet said opposite for a good
that's
amount
what
of
it
people.
seems
Now, this
like.
is no shade and this is no knock on
But
any of the
negativity
people
is
that
pretty
I've
loud.
shown in this video that are crying or complaining or being negative about their experiences in the Streaming University audition line. But to me, their priority was more so about meeting Kai Cenat as opposed to wanting to be streamers. I went to look at their social media pages and I went to try to find content, and it was sparse. It was like a man who has a thinning hairline. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Even that young lady who was crying in the Knicks jersey, the last time she had streamed was a year ago. I'm not saying you have to stream in order to get accepted in the Streaming University, but I think you understand.
But if you're gonna want it that badly and you're gonna cry when you don't get accepted, if you at least fucking stream. Come on. Like, that's wild to me. Like, you want it that badly and you let it ruin your frequency to the point where you're crying. Yet and still you haven't streamed in a year? That's interesting, bro. That's very interesting. With all that being said, you guys let me know what you think in the comments below about this whole streamer situation. I mean, Streamer University situation. My highlighter shirt that you're gonna be seeing in a lot other videos because I'm recording these, you know, in the batches. Say hello to the peanut butter jelly and bread in the back. And thanks for watching. Have a better day than me.